Good morning everyone, it's Tommy from Tech Nexus and thanks for joining me on today's video. So yesterday we started off our user form for our batch routine and today we're going to continue on with the design of it. So you have AutoCAD open and open at any particular drawing. I've just got drawing 1 open. I type in VBA man, which gets me to the VBA manager. If you don't have VBA installed for AutoCAD, check it out, the links below, install it, and then you'll be able to get through to this point. If you're following with me yesterday, you'd already have it installed, so typing in VBA man will get you this dialog box. So we need to load the file that we created yesterday, enable the macros, and then click on VB editor, and then we get this dialog box here, which is our new form. So we need to add some elements into here. So I just want to click on View, then Toolbox, and I get the little toolbox control for all of the different elements in here. So what I want to do first is look for, there's an element here called a frame. So it's this button here just underneath the arrow. So that is just going to frame off to some text. And my company logo in here as well. So I can click on the frame, and over on the right here I've got frame 1, which I'm going to keep, but the caption here is, I'm just going to call it the batching form, and you can see that the caption here is the caption for the actual text box here. So I can use either the position markers over here on the left, or I can use my mouse to maybe align it up with the grids and just to make sure that it looks right. So that looks about right for me, and I'm happy with that. So with the design of this, I have 3 functions I want. I want to call up a directory, I want to have a set of routines, and I want a dialog entry for the user script file. So again, I'm going to create 3 frames, and I'm just going to place them arbitrarily for the time being because I can massage all of these later. So 1, 2, and I'm just going to adjust this up just so it lines up, and then 3. Okay, so they look about right. So frame 2 is going to be called frame 2, but the caption is going to be directory to process. So this is where we're going to look for a directory in our folder. Frame 3, I'm just going to call it functions, and this is where we're going to list the 3 predefined functions in here. And frame 4 is going to be called user script, and this is where we're going to generate our users. It's going to look for a .scr file, so that way you can make your own routines to add into that. And then lastly, down the bottom here, I'm going to add one coming across the whole length of it, and again, same thing, I'm just going to call it help. Okay, so we've got company logo, directory, functions, user script, help, and then the last thing we want is a couple buttons. So we need to look for the button command. Here it is, command button. So I'm going to place a command button down the bottom here, and I'm going to call that as a caption cancel. So that's obviously if I cancel the routine, and then I'm going to do another one, and that's going to be called process. So process is like clicking the OK button. Cancel is obviously I'm going to cancel a routine. So adding in here, I want to add a image entry in here. So we need to look for the image button. So this is going to be my company logo in here. So at the moment, it obviously doesn't show anything. So what you can do is add your image in here. So under the properties here on the left hand side, it says picture, where it says none. So then I can click in here, I click on the little button on the right here to find my company logo. Okay, and then you've got different options for the alignment So I can say top left, top right, center. So center is obviously fine. And then the clip mode, so I can stretch it. So you can see how the logo stretches itself to fit. Or type in zoom, and then it just zooms it and helps it sort of fit in the middle there as well. So again, for this part of the exercise, I'm happy with that. I can leave that, and we can go on to the next one, which is looking for the directory to process. So this is a list box that we want to pull in here. So we look for list box in the toolbox combo, and then that is going to be the list of directories that we're going to process. Also as well, in the functions, we want to do a checkbox. So we look for checkbox over here. And then I can put 3 more because there's 2 other functions that I want to do in here. And they are going to be set out in the coming days. So we've got checkbox 1, 2, and 3. So if we align them up, so the left value should be 6, and you can have a look at all of these values in here. So checkbox 1 is going to be our purge. So I can say purge all elements. Checkbox 2 is going to be zoom extents. So it's going to zoom extents on all of the drawings that we run. And checkbox 3 is going to be detach unloaded XREFs. So if your drawings have unloaded XREFs, we're going to detach all of them just to make things a little bit nicer and neater. Over here, we're going to add another checkbox for the option of a user script. So we're going to change the caption to be user script. And then if we do have a user script, we want to activate a list box in here. So we just got to look for list box again. And that's it. So that's the design of our form. Again, we're not looking at any code. So in the help button, in the help option down here, I'm not going to necessarily type all of it now, but we can add the value of all of the text sort of for the help inside there. So all of that is controlled from, again, under, so here we got the caption as well, and then we can put, actually, I'll put a text box in here, and then from in there I can type in the text. So this is the help area. So what you can do is again, just make this just a blank. It's not going to have any code to it. There's not going to be anything if you click in there. It's just going to be a text box for you to type in the help function. So I can come in here and say left window is for the directory to process, center window is for predefined commands, and the right window is for a user script. Okay, and then that way you can play around with the settings down here for how the text is going to look. So we've got also different options for flat or for raised. So again, it'll be up to you. I'll leave it at flat, and then that way we can have it all looking nice and neat. I'm not really too fussed on playing around with the colors in here. I'm just going to leave them as gray. Okay, so that really sort of concludes today. We've finished off the design. So we started off the design yesterday. Today we've had a look at the rest of sort of how this is going to look, and then tomorrow we're going to jump into how to process directories, how to do the commands, and then maybe even by Thursday or by Friday we'll actually be running these commands across a whole bunch of files that we're going to play with. So Thanks for watching. Click on the subscribe button if you liked it. If you want to subscribe to the channel, click on the thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't, and click on the bell icon to get notified of my daily videos. Thanks for watching.